Coronavirus gave and is still giving the world a fire. And during the pandemic, the world of football wasn't left unscathed. In fact, it was required to take a pause for a very long period. Fortunately, everything is slowly coming back to the norm, with big games being played behind closed doors, and fans slowly returning to stadiums. So in today's episode, we thought we'd take a closer look at the subject of coronavirus, as we try to answer the question, which players have not been spared by coronavirus? So enjoy the watch. So, coronavirus is big news, but not everyone knows who the first player to be diagnosed with it was. Factually speaking, it was actually Timo Hübers, who is a German player of the club Hannover 96. The media were informed in early March, with an official announcement sent by the club's sporting director Gerhard Zuber. He said, the player had no symptoms at all. He learned that the person to whom he was in contact with had obtained a positive test result, and since contacted the doctor. Now he's in quarantine at home. Following a period of quarantine and recovery, the German was happy to return to physical activity. As he said, I can't wait for ordinary jogging. It's great that I can finally leave the apartment, of course while maintaining all of the safety rules. But the first high-profile case of coronavirus was Daniele Rugani, who is an Italian player of the club Juventus. His virus infection was announced on March the 11th, with the Italian admitting that being in isolation is worse than in prison. As it turned out, coronavirus gave quite a lot of fear for the player and his partner. Fortunately, it only ended in fear, as he went on record as saying, all the fear started when I heard of the infection. I was afraid about the disease and what it would do to my partner who is pregnant. I decided immediately to isolate myself, as it was the best decision for everyone. The doctors behaved professionally and calmed us down. 2 days later, following the information release about Daniele Rugani, we later learned about the coronavirus infection of Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal head manager. In an interview with Spanish media, the trainer explained about his case of coronavirus. He said, everything happened very quickly. On Tuesday, I felt weakened, so I wanted to see a doctor, but he wasn't there. When I returned to training by car, they called me from the club and told me that the Olympiacos owner had coronavirus, and everyone that had been in contact with him was at risk. I immediately replied that I was not feeling well. Fortunately, everything ended well, and Arteta and his Arsenal team are back playing matches in the Premier League. Pepe Reina is another player who has had to take on the fight of coronavirus. In his case, it was seriously perilous. In an interview, he said, I was isolated after the first symptoms, fever, dry cough and headache, and these didn't go away for a long time. I was extremely tired. Fear, yes. I became scared when I couldn't take a breath for 25 minutes. That was the worst moment of my life and it seemed to last forever. So that concludes today's video. And remember, we're inviting all football fans to join the free browser game footballteamgame.com. Simply follow the link in the description. That's it for today. Thanks for your time and we'll see you later.